Hey everyone. Good morning. Hello, it's Rita and Teddy Bear and Benji. Although you can't hear Benji, right Benji? From Miss Rita to the rescue. And today is Monday. So we're starting a whole new week of Cricut Chat. And we are going to be working on our mystery material. And this is going to be, the mystery material is going to be patterned iron-on, which this is an example of patterned iron-on that I did actually 2 years ago. And it is still holding up so beautifully. And I just really love this. I did this on a, this actually is a pillow insert that I used a market bag and turned it into a pillowcase. And then I used this patterned iron-on for it. And it is still as good as, maybe has a few hairs on it from my corgis, but it's still on there. 2 years of regular use, and it's still on there and looks really, really good. And so we're going to talk a little bit about patterned iron-on today, and we're going to actually do a couple of totes and a pillowcase covering, a pillow cover. We're not going to make those things. These are from things that I purchased. I did buy them at Amazon, and I'll provide a link if you're interested. And then we can, and then I can just talk about patterned iron-on. But first, let me just say hello and good morning to everyone that's watching, and thank you for watching every day or when you can. And if you're watching the replay, thank you too. And let's say hi to everyone. Patricia, Roslyn, how are you? Janet and Rhonda, Christine, Deetra, did I say Rhonda? Joe, April, Emma, Diana, and Shelly Heatherton. She's so great, isn't she? David, hi, and April, and Vicky, and Dawn. Hi, Dawn. So welcome to everybody that's made it this morning. Hi, Bren and Renee. So we're going to, it's Monday, so it's Mystery Material Monday. If you're new, hi from the UK, Tasha. Hi, Alexis. So if you're new to the show, you might not know this, but on Mondays, we do something called Mystery Material Monday. Hi, Nancy from Foxborough. You're a stone's throw from me. All right. And you're new. Welcome. Hi, everyone. Hi, Susan. So, Mystery Material Monday is something we set up a couple of months ago where we were all getting these products that maybe we got them in a mystery box, or perhaps we accidentally bought it, or it was gifted to us, or we thought when we bought it was something else. And so we have had these products sitting in our stash that we don't really know what to do with, and we're a little afraid of kind of working with them, and how do they have any special directions, and has anybody else worked with them? So we decided every Monday we were going to pick a new Cricut product and go over that product. And oh, hi, Orchid. Orchid is a from New York and a first-time viewer. Hello to everyone. Jody, good morning from Wisconsin. So Mystery Material Monday is, if you want to see other mystery materials that we've done, you can go to my YouTube channel. On my YouTube channel, it has hundreds of videos in this similar format. It's a live format that's recorded and then reposted onto YouTube. And so you can't converse with me, but you can certainly comment, but you can't converse with me live like you're doing, like some people are doing now. Hi from Maine. Who's from Maine? Jillian. Oh, I love Maine. We were just talking about Maine. So if you have just getting started and you want to see other materials, for instance, we've done in the past craft board, believe we did chipboard, we did, all kinds of things. We did acetate last week. We've done, we've done actually different blades that come with the maker, and all kinds of different things. So I'm not really good at remembering them, but they're all listed on the YouTube channel. And so I would encourage you to subscribe. Okay, so this morning we're going to talk patterned iron-on, and I don't know about you, but I have a lot of patterned iron-on. Usually we'll get it through mystery boxes, which there is, usually a mystery box once a month, and if you are interested in mystery boxes, you should stay tuned to my channel, because the only folks that are promoting mystery boxes now are product experts, and of which I am one. So you're going to hear from me or the other product experts, and there's about 7 of us, 7 or 8, I think now, and you'll hear from us what's in the next mystery box. Okay, so I got these in the mystery box, and I love them, but I have to say that they're a little bit problematic. Let's say problematic, because you're not really sure how to use them, what it's like. Does it require a special setting to cut on? Do you have to put it on in a special way? So I first want to talk about what it is. And it is, to me, I've worked with it now for a couple of years, but not a whole lot. But here are some pieces of this patterned iron-on. Usually you get them in a roll with 3 different patterns, and these are actually pieces left over that I've used in other projects. Usually the roll comes 3 patterns, and you get 17 inches long. So that's why I have these little pieces, because I've cut something out and then I have these extra. And today we're doing very large cutouts, but having the 17 inches is really good, and definitely keep your leftover. So to me, and this might be dating me because I don't think anybody does this anymore, but this feels like wallpaper to me. The second I touched it, I said, oh my God, this is like wallpaper. And it's got a real different feel to it. It's kind of like, almost like it's pasted. And this is, the color that you're going to see. So when you're cutting this, you're going to be cutting it on the back of your pattern, okay? Which actually makes it a little easier for you to think about it. Now, when I started cutting the patterned iron-on, I thought, I don't know, maybe I should try to coordinate the colors together, but I figured let us at least start with just one. But you can layer this if you wanted to. And here is this other one that's Love You to the Moon and Back. Okay. Now, one thing I will point out about this is that when you cut it and start to weed it, it's not sticky at all. It's not sticky at all. So if something lifts, I'm going to show you where this one lifted. So if something lifts as you're weeding it, so you have to be a little careful about weeding it, because let me just get a little closer. If it lifts like this, you can't just press it down and keep it in there. And this is a really good example here. I did this one, my little canvas tote, and the A fell off. So when we go to put this on our tote bag, we've got to be very careful about putting it on, because that A is not attached. And when you're weeding this. I'm going to show you how to weed. First of all, it has its own pattern. It has its own setting when you're cutting it. In this case, I cut these all on my maker and I went to iron on patterned, and this is how it weeds. It actually weeds pretty nicely, easily. But it's very different. You know how when we're usually doing iron on, we're like tugging at it because it's very like springy. It's not at all like that. It's pretty and everything, but it's not springy. And you do have to be sort of careful, because even if you have it on cutting with more pressure, sometimes things can fall off. So in this case, I'm going to show you, this is very simple but different from other weeding of iron-on. You see that? And it's just sort of coming off. This doesn't get all curled up because it's sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like plasticky. It's really like working with more like the wallpaper that I suggest, that I mentioned. So it's really a different kind of appeal to it. And you do need to do it a little slower and not so rough, or else some things will pull up. So here I am just pulling it up. It reminds me a little bit of the way that you weed infusible ink. And here I can see right here that this did not stick. So we need to be careful of this. So my little love saying is coming off with the excess iron-on. We don't want that. So we have to be careful about how we're weeding it. And again, you can't stick it back on like you can do with regular iron-on. So do be careful, because see, here it's sort of lifted, but that's okay. I'm still going to use it because it's going to look really lovely, and I don't think anybody is going to really notice except maybe you and me, because we put it on. Okay, so this is how you're weeding. Now you can use your weeding tool to get in and around here, and remember, when you're cutting this, you are going to mirror it, and when you're weeding it, it's going to be mirrored as well. And then when you're done, when you're ready, you're done weeding, you can turn it around and you'll see your entire project. So we're going to keep this little part that's sort of dangling off, but let me just show you as it's coming out. It says, I love you, a bushel and a peck. So let me just continue to weed around this. So again, this requires that you go to your custom settings. Custom is at the 9 o'clock part of your dial. If you have an Explorer, if you have a Maker, it's under iron-on, patterned. And it does cut differently. It has a different pressure than if you're cutting, say, glitter or everyday iron-on. So you do need to cut it on that special setting. If you accidentally forget, then you could as long as you don't take it out of your machine, you could recut on it. But the idea of iron-on is that it's basically called a kiss cut. Kiss, K-I-S-S, cut. And what that means is it's cutting out this portion. This is the actual material, and it leaves this plastic. The plastic serves as sort of a protector from the iron when you're doing it. And so you need to think of it that way when you're cutting. So people sometimes, when they first do an iron-on, they're like, it didn't cut all the way through. But it's not supposed to cut all the way through. You want it to leave this backing on there. It's going to help you. It's going to help you when you go to iron on, and you won't require something such as a Teflon sheet or anything like that. Okay. So here is this I love you, a bushel and a peck. I'm almost done weeding it. So let me just go ahead and do this. Now, let me talk about what I'm putting this on. So I figured, hey, I've got these really great market bags, and you know, we're all going back doing our grocery shopping, at least I am, and I always use my reusable bags. So I have I have a bunch of them, but I thought, well, it couldn't hurt to have a couple more. So that's what I figured I would do that. But then also pillows. And these pillowcases I did get at Amazon, and the market bags are called cotton canvas duck, or sometimes they're called duck. Also bought those at Amazon. There are pillow covers available on Cricut.com, but generally they used for infusible ink, although I would have no problem using regular iron-on for the infusible ink products. Sometimes when they're on sale, they're really good price. So, all right, so there's our I love you. And look, see, we got this little problem here, but that's okay, because when we go to do it, we're going to make sure that it's correctly put there. So I love you, a bushel, and a pack. And I did this in this polka dot. Now this polka dot came with this Martha Stewart patterned iron-on wildflower collection, which I think I got in a mystery box. Somebody might be able to confirm that for me. And this saying came, and I will give you a file that will give all these sayings. This saying came from, let me get my iPad out so you can see where I got it. So this one here, I did my little canvas tote, and this fresh, I can give you those. If you actually look at, let's see. I don't know if it's here sometime. Oh, here it is. Valentine's pillow cover. So here are these really great images that came from, I think, particularly came from a Valentine's site. So let's go and look for it. So we're going to go to images and highlighted categories, and I'm pretty sure this came from the Valentine's Day image set, so I am going to put Valentine here. Yeah, so here is the Valentine's Day image set, and one of the things that you want to do when you're working with iron-on is to look for things that have only one layer. So in this case, all you need is love right here. This has only one layer, and but yet that same image right here has multiple layers. So if you're in an image set and you're wondering, well, gee, why is this image duplicated? Then that's the reason why. Sometimes you want the layered image, and sometimes you're better off with just a single layer. So an example, here's our, let's see, let me find another one. So there's I love you, a bushel and a peck, the one we just did. And if you scroll on down here, this one has actually multiple layers, including, I think, some writing. So if you want to see the difference between this image and this image, go to layers and you can see. All right, so this image is the one that we just pulled in, and you can see here is a layered image. It has 1, 2, 3 layers plus drawing, okay? Is really kind of complicated for our for what we're doing today. Now, if you did this for a card, it would look beautiful, but you can't do drawing on iron-on. So I would suggest that you use this image. This image, if you look down here, is just one layer, and it's all a cut layer. So in this case, we don't probably want to use this image. So you're going to size it whatever way you want to size it. Now for the pillows and the tote bags, I've sized them at the maximum of 11.5 inches because I like a really big message on these. One of the things that I will point out is that I'm using and it's telling me for some reason, because I have had it turned on for a while, I'm using my EasyPress 2, and it is the 9x9. And some people, have asked me, especially during Christmas, what's the best EasyPress to get? Well, the EasyPresses come in 3 sizes plus the mini, and I use the medium size mostly because it's easier for me to work with. I'm just going to point you over here so you can see there's my EasyPress. It's easier for me because it's a pretty heavy piece of equipment. It comes on this cradle like this, and I'm always afraid I'm going to sort of drop it on myself or something and burn myself. So even though I have all 3 sizes, plus the mini, I should say 4 sizes, I tend to use this middle-sized one. But its surface is 9x9. And when you're cutting out this on your maker, you can do it larger, right? So I did do this larger on a 11.5 inch size. So in this case, this is pretty large, and it's actually larger than this, but we can work it around when we go and put it on. Okay, so let me just show you the quick and easy way to put this on. It's super easy. Now we're going to use our heat press guide, which is found at Cricut.com. You can just Google it at Cricut Heat Guide, or you can favorite it if you want. And this way you can choose which machine you're using. So in this case, I chose EasyPress 2 because that's the one that I'm using. And then I choose what material I'm going to be using. So in this case, I'm using patterned iron-on. And the base material is cotton. This I'm going to use, first thing we're going to do is we're going to use this one, this pillow cover, and that is a cotton pillow cover, and we're going to hit apply, and you'll see it tells me that I need to preheat for 5 seconds, but I need to set my machine to 340, and I'm going to press it for 30 seconds, firm pressure. And then I'm going to flip it and do it for 15 seconds and then wait for it to cool and then peel it. Okay. So I have actually set my machine to 340, and I'm going to just make a little bit of room here so that I don't, mess something up. So let's take all this stuff off for now and make some room. We'll do these afterwards. And let's see, here's one of the pillowcases that I got. Again, these were 4 pillowcases in red. I got them at Amazon, and they're cotton. So you cannot use infusible ink on them, but I thought that they were really pretty, and they came in a bunch of different colors. And you might find them elsewhere, whatever. And here I am just taking some of the wrinkles out of it. Now, one thing you got to be concerned about in this particular case, not like when we have an envelope cover, is it does have a zipper. And so we need to be careful about making sure that our iron-on is going to stick, even though there's kind of a little bit of a lump there. All right. So we do need to be extra careful about it. So here is my my base, my substrate, as you call it. You guys know I have corgis, so of course there's hair all over it. So I just do a quick sweep of this, what do you call this? Lint roller, just to get some of that hair off. But sadly, if you come visit me, you'll realize that hair is everywhere. It's even in the air. So here's my pillow cover. Let's do this one first. And I have weeded the entire thing. Then I'm going to turn it around. Now see right here at the O, it's lifting a little bit. And again, this is not sticky. See that? Not sticky at all. So we need to be extra careful that it doesn't lift. And we're going to put this right in the middle. Here is the zipper. So I'm going to actually put it right here. This is the middle of the design. So we're going to put it in the middle. And that's how I know that it's going to be in the middle of my pillowcase. All right. I already preheated it because I was taking out some of the wrinkles. So now I'm just going to go and take my preheated EasyPress right here, and I'm going to lay it onto my machine, and it's set for 30 seconds, and then I hit this little button so that it can time for me. All right. Now, I don't know if you can see around it totally. Let me move this up a little bit, but it's not completely covered on the side. So when my 30 seconds is up, I'm going to move it a little bit and make sure that I'm getting the entire piece. And that's really important because it's just not getting, I know I can't really show you, but there's a whole piece right here that's just not getting covered. So I'm going to move it over here. And I'm going to do another 30 seconds here. But you can see that the heat has changed the color of my pillowcase, but it won't be that way for long. It's just from the heat. And let's see. I want to make sure I get the whole thing. All right. I think that that's good enough. Now I'm going to flip it over while it's still on there, and still more dog hair, but flip it over and then just do 15 seconds. Just the reason why we do this is because it's a way for the material, because every iron-on material has like a little glue. In this case, it's like kind of a glue that makes it stick on, okay? So let's flip this over. We're going to let it cool. And just so that you know, I'm using my pad. This is a Cricut pad, and it does maintain the heat. You do need this for infusible ink, but for iron-on you don't. You can use something like a towel if you want to, but for infusible ink you will need that. You will need that mat, okay? You can also, by the way, if you don't have an EasyPress, you can use a regular iron with patterned iron-on. There's nothing telling you that you can't use a regular iron, and you don't have to worry about when iron-on first came out. Everybody was like stepping on their irons and stuff like that, and it's to have a pressure of that pressing, but they've reformulated the iron-on. It doesn't require that much pressing so much anymore. But I remember standing on my iron on the floor in the kitchen. So I'm going to start to peel this away, and I do it very slowly. I know there's kind of that desire to like rip it off, but I like to do it slowly just in case there's some area that I didn't actually get enough heat on. But it looks like it's coming off beautifully. And, but I see right here, it's got a little bit of lift. So what I can do is, if I wanted to, I can use my my EasyPress Mini and do it there, or I can use my regular EasyPress and put some put some heat there. Now, people have asked me, what is the EasyPress Mini good for? Is it a standalone product? It is a standalone product, but it's also great to work with situations like this where you might need to just add a tiny bit of heat to one area, and we found out that one area, so we're going to do that. Remember that U that was up, but it's still coming off just fine. All right, so we're going to take almost all of it off. Looks so cute. And I love that it's sort of an inverse image. So you see the big pattern, but you see the letters in red. And let's just hit this area real quick. I think because there's the zipper is here. So I'm just going to hit this real quick with a little bit of heat so I make sure that it all got attached. I forgot that today was Martin Luther King Day. So I'm actually going to, I have a project that I found in Design Space. It's a banner for Martin Luther King. So I'm going to weave that in this week since there's also Black History Month coming up. So I thought that we could weave that in this week. In the project. So I apologize for anybody that might have been looking for a project for today, but did not get to do that. Gonna let it cool. Right. Yeah, there. Now it's on there. So I'm going to show you up close what this looks like. So then you'll have this, which you just discard. But here is today's Winnie the Pooh day too. Oh, I love Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is my favorite. Okay, so this is my my beautiful pillow cover. I do have a pillow to put in there, so we can go ahead and do that. So this is just a pillow insert that we're gonna I'll put in here. Unzip this. Where's the zipper? There it is. So unzip this, and we're just going to fold the pillow a little bit just so we can get it into the case. Make sure you get those corners in there and put the other bit over it. Do it in the corners. Zip it up again. And now you have, let me show you. Whoop. Of course, I made okay, there we go. And now you have a completed pillow that you made. And let's just go over the price because, so for the pillow inserts, which I bought back at Christmas, I think I got 2 for $12 from Amazon. The pillow case itself cost maybe $3 or $4. And then this stuff I already had. So, I got, and it looks really professional, don't you think? It's really pretty and it will last a really long time. What I would suggest is if you're a pillow person like I am, you keep the inserts and you buy the pillowcases or make the pillowcases, and then you can swap them out as the seasons roll on. Okay. So this size pillow is 18 by 18, I believe. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's 18 by 18 is the actual pillowcase, and I think the pillow is 18 by 18 as well. Bought it at Amazon, but yes, Joann's has them. Keep your eye out for a sale though with Joann's. They don't always have the best prices when they're retail. So this is a beautiful way to use some of your iron-on. So let's do the tote bag as well, just so that we can see how it comes out on a tote. And let's see, we have a couple of tote bag options. This one here, the My Little Canvas Tote, we have that A that has fallen off. Here's one that is this also, I just want to show you, requires a lot of weeding, but this is also patterned. And let's see, you could do the I love you on the tote or on a pillowcase. I think it would look better on a pillowcase. So let's work with this one, the canvas tote one. I think there was another one that, oh yeah, no, oops, sorry. Let's do this one. Okay, so the canvas totes are also, what size are they? 20? These are like 12, 13 inches wide. It's a typical, it's a normal size. Now, you notice that my A isn't on there. I got it over here, but I like it. I like these sort of here. And then I got my A here that I'm going to have to place, but I do need to preheat my my tote. So let's go back to the heat guide, and we're going to change it. We're going to still use the EasyPress 2. We're going to use patterned iron-on, but we're going to choose cotton canvas, and it's 340, but I need to do it for 50 seconds. So I'm going to show you how to change the time on your machine. So 340 is what I have it set for. Let me move this over. But I need to change the time so that I do this in an accurate time. So you press on this button, this little time thing, and it will blink, and then you use the plus or the minus to set it. And we're going to set this one for 50 seconds at 340. It takes a little bit to get that change made, but once you have a green C, you know you can go ahead and start. This is very hot. You need to be very, very careful. And I'm just going to quickly do a little preheat here. Now the preheat is just to kind of get the material set to take it. So it's not something you should skip, although it is something that I often forget. I don't know why, but I often forget it. Okay, so then once you preheat, then you're going to take your canvas tote and you're going to take your artwork. We have to put it in a place where this A, because it fell off, is properly set, and this one is not. Oh well, it's important that you see these little, I wouldn't call them mistakes, but they're like little learning experiences, so that you can understand that you may do the same. And actually what I'm trying to do is use where the cutout happened to place that A so that I know that it's in the proper place. That's close. Yeah, that looks like it's going to work out well there. Okay. Yeah. All right. And then we're going to use our EasyPress. Now remember, this is a bigger than the EasyPress project. So we're going to have to make sure that all of the areas are getting the heat required. And so when I do something like this, I usually kind of separate it into quadrants in my head. So I'm doing the left bottom quadrant, and then I'm going to move it over and do the right and then top, and it'll take a little bit longer. Yes, if I had the bigger one it would work, but for me the bigger one, which I do have, it's just really, I'm kind of weak on my upper body strength, so I would prefer to just use this method instead of using that big one. The big one's pretty heavy. Okay, so I'm just going to move it over here, do it again. And just so you can see that it really is on there. And let's see. see, what else were we going to talk about? So today was mystery material, and then I'm going to come back with a MLK banner that's really pretty. And then the rest of the week, we're going to continue to focus on our Love Fest. And we have a garland that we're going to do with double-sided Valentine's Day paper. And we have a couple more cards to do. I'm trying to think what else we have going on for this week. I have it all written down. All right, so I'm doing this in the little quadrants, taking a little bit longer, but that's okay. It's okay to spend that because, well, we can do whatever we want, right? This is our time. And so I'm just, Teddy? I'm just checking on the edges, and hey, my friend Kimberly is walking her dog, and they love to bark at Nick. All right, you're a big shot. Yes, you're a big shot. Okay. I think this should work just fine. What else do we have coming up? So we have Martin Luther King, and then I'm going to start adding some things for Easter and St. Patrick's Day as well. I have asked the folks at Cricut if they are planning on doing vertical signs for the spring holidays, so I'm hoping to get a positive response from there. It's still pretty hot. Oh, I forgot to flip it over and do the back side. Let's do that. This one has a lot of heating. Okay, I think that should be enough. Okay, there we go. Now, the mat will retain some heat. That's why I'm removing the mat. Okay, and I just need to let this cool. Let's see, just to kind of finish off with the patterned iron-on. It is a little difficult to weed, especially if you're used to weeding the iron-on, the regular iron-on. And I just want to show you that again while we're waiting. Is that this one has a lot, as you can see up here, has a lot of detail. And so you have to really kind of look at it in the sunlight or in some good light and pick the pieces because they don't stick back down. See, it's just completely non-stick. So in this case right here, see, it's the carrot, and this part's supposed to stay down. Only this part is supposed to come up. So you need to be very careful about peeling away there. Okay. All right. So here is our tote ready to go. I'm going to start peeling it. And wouldn't this make a really nice little gift for someone? Just a little I love you gift. Maybe I've got a friend. She runs I don't know if I mentioned that. She runs the farm, the community farm, and she is so into tote bags. There it is. Now, isn't that adorable? Looks so much better than just a plain color. I'm not really sure why it heats so long. It's possible that it has a lower stick. It does feel different as a material. It does feel differently, but I'm not really sure why it took a little bit longer than that. But so there is our tote bag, and here is our pillow once again. And this is just a fun project. You should not be afraid of patterned iron-on. It's really a lot of fun. Make sure you use the heat guide, and make sure you're cutting on this proper setting. In customs, you're going to look for patterned, not printable, but patterned iron-on whenever you're using this. And yes, this can be layered. That's a little more advanced technique, but it really produces some pretty wonderful results, whether you want to do it on cotton canvas or you want to do it on just cotton or whatever you want to do it on. I just really think this is pretty, and this deserves a little home on my sofa for the holiday. So thank you everybody for coming today. My name is Rita, and this is my channel, Miss Rita to the Rescue. And if you're listening live, this is my Facebook Live program called Cricut Chat. Happens every day during the week, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. on Facebook. And then it's on the replay on YouTube, usually within a few hours after the live goes live. And then on Saturday nights, we have a Cricut Date Night. That's at 7 o'clock, also live on Facebook. So I hope that you come and you can join in, or at least watch the, you're welcome, Leah. Hi, Maria. Thank you everyone for coming today. And I hope you do try out this patterned iron-on. It's really beautiful. And I love this particular kind of design because it really brings out the whole pattern, and yet you can still see those words. And this is a little different. This is more of a reverse. Alrighty, hi Penny. Alrighty, thanks you guys. We'll see you tomorrow with another project. Hi Daryl. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you everyone. Take care. Okay, you're scared? You were scared of it? Nah, nothing to be scared of. It just requires a little extra thought in terms of, having the right setting and having the right heat setting and all of that. Thank you, Deidre. Thanks, Rhonda. So I hope you try it out, everyone. See you again tomorrow. Bye.